Hey guys, Monica here for the Monica Brant Show, Day 2, American Fit Expo here in Houston, Texas, and I have a very special guest and friend. I get to call him friend. I love it.
That
Chef.
you are.
Hi, Chef.
Hi, my friend, my amazing, incredible friend.
And I think everyone knows who you are now, Chef Rush. So, a few years ago, I was at the Arnold, and you were there speaking at the Arnold's University, and you were there Frontline or with Michael? Did Michael bring you in?
Mike, I don't remember. I think Michael.
Because I met Frontline and Andre there.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if y'all were. But I was there the first time I'd been to the first time I had taken the Monica Brant Show live.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was there at the Arnold and at the university, and I was so excited because I remember seeing that you were speaking and going to be a guest at the university, and I was like, I really want to meet this man. I just knew I had to meet you, and I'm sure that a lot of fans are like that, but there was just something that I was drawn to meet you, and it wasn't just all this celebrity awesomeness of you, but it was just, there was something about you that I could just read in your smile, and I don't know, it's just so, when I got to meet you and interview you for the first time, I was like, my Arnold's done. And then it just started. So it was a real delight. And of course I got to, thankfully you were kind enough to interview with me again at the Olympia in 2023. And here we are for my third time with you. So thank you.
No, right? Thank you. You have such an amazing energy, your whole story, your whole life, everything. I'm humbled to be here. No, I'm humbled to be called a friend as well. So thank you.
There's a few people that you get to go through this industry with, right? And over the years, you kind of stick with the same people and you meet people along the way. But then there's some people that you just click with, and it's no time has passed, and you get to see that person again. And I was delighted to know when Andre asked if I'd come with Frontline here and host the show, and I was delighted to know you were going to be here and that I get to see you again and just be around you. So, yeah, it's fun. And it's so fun to see all of the fans, the little kids. They're so shy. They're like, they want to come stand next and get a picture with you. How much are you enjoying just where this industry has gone for you and getting to meet all the people and families?
I'll be honest with you, it's like a smorgasbord, right? Because nothing's the same all the time. The industry has evolved, as you know, so much, is so in-depth, there's so many different areas of perspective. It's not only about, it's always been industry that was one of a kind, but with the family, friendship, everything, but it's evolved so much more so with a lot more kids, mental health, entrepreneurship, giving, caring, the whole different things of it. And I'm just, again, like I said, I'm just so happy to be a part of it and to add my little bits and pieces and nuggets to it, to the kids, to the fans, to the community, to you, to everybody, and they do the same in return to me. So it is a two-way street.
Mutual, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Okay, so you've been now within this industry for how many years in the bodybuilding and fitness industry? How many have you been actually kind of touring and getting to meet people and be involved?
So I've been in it forever, but I'll be honest with you, because of my lifestyle, whether it being in the military, the White House, I was very incognito. Just because I couldn't get there. I would look at it from afar.
Right.
So over the last 6-7 years, I was able to kind of deep dive and jump into it. And when I say jump into it, I just went in full stream when I got the opportunity to. So, and everybody accepted me, of course, across the line. But to be able to do what I'm doing now in so many different perspectives, and also offer so many different perspectives to so many other people to kind of change the demographics for it, has also been great.
Okay, so I don't want to go into all of your background because I've had the opportunity to hear a lot, and I know a lot of people have, but if you don't know and you need more background, you can definitely get his first book, right? And you've got all the great information on how you came up in the military, what all you experienced, working in the White House as a chef, and 9/11. I mean, there's a lot here. And one thing that I was reading through some of it, and I didn't know you were an ice sculptor. I know.
I
was like, what? What can Chef not do?
Nothing I can't do.
But I need to know at least about that. Like, how did that start for you? And what do you use to sculpt ice? And what do you sculpt?
I'm actually a master ice carver, but...
Master.
But...
Wow.
I saw someone doing it. I fell in love with them doing it. Didn't know anything about it. I didn't know that could be done.
And when was this starting?
Oh, it was a long time ago. Over 20 years ago.
Okay.
That I saw someone doing it and put myself in a situation where I could actually carve something and not know anything about it. And from there, I've always had I'm one of those people that do by seeing. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that person do it, I held it onto it till a year later. So when I had the opportunity to do it, I did it. And then from there, it just kind of like evolved, right? You can't just go get a 325-pound block ice.
That was one of my questions. Like, where did you go to Antarctica?
Well, I went to Alaska. I went to Alaska because we didn't realize.
Alaska.
But in the military, sometimes we had an opportunity to get ice and carve. And so when I got that opportunity, I just went in full speed and just did it.
What did you carve? What was your first ice sculpture?
First ice sculpture was an eagle.
An eagle?
An eagle, a cornucopia, and a turkey.
Was the eagle or the turkey harder to carve?
The eagle.
The eagle.
The eagle. The turkey just be a big blob. But the eagle head was flying.
Was the turkey like roasted and ready for serving?
No.
Was it like alive? Like
it was alive. It was alive.
Feathers and all that.
Little feathers, but the eagle had movement. You got 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, then 3-dimensional. So I'm more of a 3-dimensional person now.
So you want it to look like it has action.
Exactly. And movement, yes.
Wow. That is amazing. How long did it take you to carve your first one was an eagle.
That took hours. Now I can do it in minutes, 30 minutes. But then the first ones, it took hours because I was just learning. I didn't know how to start a chainsaw. I literally
You did it with a chainsaw?
I did it with a chainsaw.
I'm just blown away. Like, and then how do you know how to make an eagle look with a chainsaw? Like, it just...
you don't. You just imagine it. So you
didn't have a little picture there that you were like, or have an eagle posing?
There's no template, nothing.
No eagle posing there for you?
No eagle posing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I know you're an artist because I think you have to be an artist, number one, for physique, right?
That's true.
And also for your culinary skills. You have to be an artist to be able to put, and it's a different type of artist than what you think, But then here you carving an ice with a chainsaw that's got to be challenging for detail. Oh man, that is awesome. What other interesting skills do you have that maybe we don't know about?
Ooh, interesting skills. I'm an artist. I'm a pastry chef. I'm a chocolatier.
Chocolatier.
I'm a somm. I love spirits. I'm a fighter.
You're an entertainer.
I'm an entertainer. All right. I do a lot of movies. I have TV shows.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Because I said something about your show, and you're like, which one? So I'm like, okay, what shows are out right now? Because I know my husband and I actually saw you on, and we're like, oh, the chef. Like, we watched it, and it was fun to see there. But so what have you got on the plate right now?
So, Kitchen Commando is number one out of 45,000 shows on Tubi. That's the one Gordon Ramsay produced.
Okay.
I've done Master Chef. I've done Disney shows with ice carving. I was a judge on that, a host on that. I have, this is my 35th state this year in 4 countries. In Korea, I've done already 4 Netflix shows. I'm getting ready to do another movie over in Korea, which is based on a true story.
Are these true stories for you, or you are
I'm an
actor?
Honest, yeah.
So
exactly.
They're not about you.
No.
These aren't, but
true women.
Wow. Acting, is that just easy for you?
If you see my videos, I'm very animated and so forth.
But when you have to have lines and all of that,
I said I'm a speaker also, so I speak all over the world, from Ernest and Young to Charles Schwab to military to kids. And my theory and the way I look at life is, if he gives it to you, you only have one opportunity. If he says speak, you're gonna speak. If he says act, you're gonna act. There's no time to be like, I'm afraid, stage fright, or I'm whatever, because the truth of the matter is, if something is this life or death situation you're gonna react on it the right way, because your life or death depends on it. What if your career depends on it? Because this will be a one time you get opportunity, because I'm in LA and DC, and in LA, if you don't deal with, you're out.
Right.
And that could be out for good.
Right.
So I had one opportunity, and it was that. And I said I never wanted to compete. And so when people came to me and say, you could be a competitor on these things because you're an amazing chef, I said, yes, I know I'm an amazing chef, but I'm not competing against anyone. I've already competed against myself my whole entire life. So with Ramsay, it was like, I'm gonna be the host. I'll be nothing. You're the host, and that's the way it is.
So that's out right now.
That's out right now, and I'm with Kevin Hart also.
Okay, and what show? Where do you find that one?
Which one?
The Gordon, where your host.
Tubi. Yeah.
Tubi.
Called
Okay.
Kitchen Commando. I kind of look like this.
That's the Kitchen Commando.
Kitchen Commando.
How is he to work for or with? I mean, I guess you're working for him.
Yeah, I worked for him with him. We did Master Chef also with special edition episode. And I did a couple military dishes as well. He's great. He's great. I mean, a nice, lovely guy. I'm actually a little bit more kind of, aggressive than him. But no, he's a good guy. He's a great guy.
So out of everything you've done, and I know there's just so much more probably, what do you find is your favorite within what brings you the most joy to actually do as that would be considered work? And I know for you, it's probably not necessarily, it's work, but it's not like you love what you do. So,
the thing about it is I don't look at the monetary anymore. I don't have to, knock on wood, but the things I do with the kids are astronomical. I mean, the kids to me are my lifeline. They keep me driven, like my own kids or the extension of me. So if you notice, I'm here, all I get is kids. At the airport, all I get is kids. And when you get like 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds running up to you, giving you big hugs and want to take pictures and their parents saying thank you for inspiring them and being a role model. And you can get to talk to them in the bundles of abundances. And when I raised my social media up from, 500,000 to 14 million, and knowing that 40% plus.
Wait, say that those numbers again.
500,000 to close to 14 million.
That's crazy.
Right. And so now I'm a strategist. So anything I do, I don't just jump into it. I got to look at everything. And plus, I do everything myself solo. So all my social media, all this.
Well, yeah, you respond to everybody.
I do. Everybody.
When I go to your post, and if I say something, I know you respond to me, but you also respond to everyone that I can, it's like just genuine and
everybody's worth it,
Yeah.
Just responding to someone will just change their whole day or their attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what somebody's going through. So especially with the kids, when I do that with all of them and I respond, I'll say something. I'm like, hi, hope you're doing great. Or whatever it may be. They're the ones, just even with the guys being here at the fitness, they ask me, Chef, what should we eat? How should we eat? What should we do? What will we do?
Yeah.
And so it's important to us because you can kind of take them from that foundation up.
Right. Speaking of food, how do you continue traveling the way you travel and keeping your size and your health up? Because traveling takes a toll, and I mean, I'm not preaching to the choir,
No.
So it's like, being in a different environment and your food. So how do you...
Traveling is...
Because you look awesome and you always look great.
Well, thank you.
But thank you. But I know that keeping the size and the muscle is not easy. So you have to train hard. You have to get your rest, and you need to eat appropriately to continue to do what you do. So how do you actually make that happen?
It's really hard. I'm not going to lie to you.
And you can't be cooking for yourself every day.
You can. I have to. I'm a very realistic person. I tell people, I don't have a blueprint. I can't pack up my bags and put all the food in there every day. It just doesn't happen that way. I'm running 5, 6, 7 businesses. I'm over here doing this, doing that. I'm a consultant for A1 companies, and so it's really hard. But when I go here or go somewhere and I see a gym, I'm going to make sure I'm not the person anymore where if I work 20 hours, I'm going to the gym. I can't do that anymore. My body won't let me. My body's like, I'm not going to be happy.
Take the sleep over.
Take the sleep, the rest over, to go sit down, decompress, and then start over again the next day. As far as eating wise, I have to make do with what I can because, if I see something, get rid of the bread or add a little complex carbohydrates to it or more protein to it, and I'm still trying to do that, 2-to-1 because I want to keep that muscle memory.
Yes.
And as we get older, you want that muscle memory, you want that endurance, you want that longevity come in. And luckily, my body has responded very well to that and also to my lifestyle. But that doesn't stop me from, I got to go to the doctors, get my blood work checked, get this checked, get that done, and make sure I'm taking care of, especially here.
Right.
And here.
Yes, right? Wow. So you're here with Frontline as well. How long have you been working with Andre and Frontline?
So I've known Andre for a couple years. He bugged the hell out of me at one of the honor shows. And we became great friends.
I love that.
And so with Andre, he's just a genuine person. I know a lot of people in this industry, but Andre's just been really genuine. So any chance I get a chance to come down and support him, I'll jump on the opportunity just to support him. Like I said, again, he's just a great person all across the board. And we protect our friends. And that's what I'm here to do. Yeah.
Right. I love it. So he's helping probably making sure your blood work's staying in a good place and that so that you have your energy and you have your health and all of the markers are in a good place, right?
Yeah, no. He was the first person to give me my blood work to see what I
mean, that's just so important, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah. And then when he did that for me, that told me everything, like that he genuinely cared. Yeah. So just to get him doing my blood work and say, hey, this is what you need to do, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I'm great with that.
That's awesome. I love that. All right, so we got to see train together Friday at Alphaland. What'd you think of that place? Was it massive?
It was massive.
I mean, massive. Do you know how many acres that was?
No, it was just big. It was big.
Pretty?
It was big. It was a big place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
nice.
And it was kind of like a big party. Not like it was party, but like everyone seemed to be there for the same purpose. Yeah. Everyone's like worked, from what I could tell, worked well together and was like, energy was really good.
Great energy. Yeah. A lot of influencers that were there. A lot of cameras out, which nobody complained about.
So there's enough space. Everyone can do that.
No, everybody could do it. Nobody was in anybody's way. No one's trying to have
all the cameras,
gym environment, whatever. There was no drama. A lot of laughing, and which I dug that. I was sweating my butt off. Right? I was sweating my butt off. I went on the outside. There's an outside and inside. We chose. I think you chose the outside.
Oh, no.
Was it? No.
I love the heat.
It was hot. But I loved it also. It was great.
Okay, you said you're working on a new book.
I'm working on a new book.
Do you have
a lot of TV shows. So my shows are coming priority to my book right now.
Okay.
Because the show's going to be, I have a TV series that's coming out. And I have a couple other big shows that's going to come out, which is going to be pretty well done.
Awesome. And I guess we'll just see on your social media when those are ready to go. You'll be talking about them. Now, tell me about your knife set. Do you still have? Are you still doing the knife set?
I'm doing I have a lot of knives.
You have a lot of knives.
Like I have a lot of guns.
I know.
I do. I'm making everybody knows my cookery, which I'm making a customized cookery for a knife, and I'm also doing some special knives. What I just left Nantucket to do, which I'm giving away like a $6,000 or $10,000 knife for a drawing.
Wow.
That we have special meaning and purpose to. So it's going to be pretty cool.
I don't know a lot about knives other than, I need a knife to cut my steak. And so I'm sure there's a whole awesome thing of information about knives. And I know my brother, like he'll come to the house, and if he's cooking at the house or something, he's like, I need a knife that's got this kind of edge. And I'm like, what's the difference?
There's a difference.
There's a difference. All right. Tell me one tip about knives that I should know if I'm going to be using knives in the kitchen, or like, is there one thing that's kind of like general rule of thumb?
General rule of thing, a dull knife will cut you faster and injure you faster than a sharp knife.
Okay.
It's true. Dull knives injure quicker and faster.
Okay.
Because people don't understand the pressure pushing down. It's still a knife. A knife is a knife, whether it's dull or not.
Sharp points.
You can actually, when you're pushing down harder on a dull knife, it goes deeper when it does cut you. Comparison, if you hit a sharp knife, as soon as it hits you, you feel it right away. A dull knife will keep just going down.
This is good information. And then tell me what's the difference between the serrated and the smooth knife? Like, what would you use one for, or what would you use the other for?
Serrated would be for like cutting bread.
Cutting bread.
Okay. That's when you're just carving the bread or carving some cake or something like that. A smooth knife is going to be for like, cutting meat or slicing something.
Smooth for
vegetables. Now, you want to use a serrated knife for cutting your vegetables and whatnot and so forth. So it all depends. You got different types of knives, and people make up knives from a bread knife to a chef's knife to which is the common knife known as just a chef's knife. I like a 12-inch or more. A lot of people like a smaller knife, but 12 inch is good for me. And you never hold a knife by the handle. You hold it by the butt, which is the top angle of it, so you can control it. Because if you don't hold it, you hold it like this, you can hurt yourself.
So you hold the little edge part.
So that's the way you do it. Yeah.
You need to come have a knife cutting. I would love to have a cutting class with you.
You should.
That'd be fun. Social media.
Yeah.
The worst thing I think to cut are tomatoes, and you probably know exactly. They're like.
I love cutting tomatoes.
I never really learned, but I mean, I do it, but it's not very pretty.
I was teaching. We'll do it.
So fun. I love it. All right. I'm going to let you get back to all the fans, even though I'd love to sit and just chit chat with you way more, because it's always fun to hear all these awesome things. And I'm still blown away by the chainsaw and an eagle and your first ice sculpture ever. Like, that's just impressive.
You're impressive.
Wow.
And I want to say this before I leave out. I've always been so humbled by you, and I say that word humble because
goodness.
I feel energy, and I'm an energy person all the time. You're amazing. I know the story.
You're gonna make
See
me
you everywhere,
choke up
and just
now.
coming back and doing what you're doing. And earlier I talked about my challenge coin, about what it means to me, and you see you got chill bumps, right?
Yes.
Because I'm talking to you, and that's not coming from, it's from the heart. So in tradition, the way we do with the challenge coin, our president has them, military guys have them, and they don't get to share them a lot. And I've had challenge coins before in my life, and giving the people that mean the most to me, have a lot for their kids. But I just want to shake your hand, and I want to say to you an appreciation of you. And this is what you officially do your challenge coin.
Gosh, you're giving me one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
And so everything it says,
Oh,
of course,
it's such a blessing.
you're a blessing. I mean,
Making me all teary up.
mean that.
Look at that.
everything
Okay,
has a token. It's every day is day one. It's you against you. And I tell people,
Yeah.
most important part, you wake up, you won. People forget that we take life for granted so easily and so often, because they're like, oh, and they get up just complaining about life and about all the things. But what if you're not here? What if your loved one's not here? And I remind people that. And it's just everything else from the Brant Star, all the military service, never give up, keep going, kids first. What my mom always taught me, inspire the world. And of course, the one thing always I talk about as well is mental health.
That is so special. It's so true. You against you, right? Well, I always ask the Lord for divine appointments. And I've just felt like since day one, you were a divine appointment for me to just call friend and be blessed by. And thank you for blessing me back with this.
Of course. Thank you.
And just good conversation.
Coming up.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're awesome. I got my own challenge going. Very cool. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in here to the Monica Brant Show. I'm just a little blown away. All right. We'll be back with more awesome interviews here soon. Thank you, guys.